Welcome to Muffin News with your host, Muffin.
Welcome back to Muffin News, your one-stop shop for all things news related to CDC. I'm your host, Muffin. Now, before we get into the fabulous pick'ems for week 4, yes, it's already week 4, how crazy is that? Let's go through the week in general. First off, we actually got all games done this time. Yes, I know, we got every single game finished, done, completed. So I actually can talk about them for a little bit. Well, for the most interesting fact that happened here was the fact Brooks got a 3-0 win over Frost. Who would have thought? But Aaron got super lucky against the Ice team, which happened last week. But I just want to reiterate how lucky they got with that. But for this week, the Ice team still didn't have a good shot and unfortunately lost their battle. Martin absolutely destroyed Prince, which was kind of sad to see. Aga beat Orion 3-0. Bandito beat Vortex 4-0, and then Muffin got his first win of the season, winning 4-0. And Muffin also changed his team. So Muffin dropped Flygon and as well as Tornadus T to pick up, drumroll please, the Salamence, Terra Rhyperia, which if you didn't know some little bit of lore about Muffin, he used the Terra Rhyperia in Uber's League and actually started defeating Ubers. Kind of funny before he had the drop. And finally, his final mon that he picked up, I have to check the notes. I have to double check to make sure I got it correct. It was Rotom. Yes, he picked up a casual Rotom just to chill out. So that's his new team that gets to be showcased week 4. Now, I'll bring you over to Muffin for the pick'ems. Thanks, Muffin. It's good to be back for another week of pick'ems. Now, we have a very exciting week ahead of us, so let's get right into it. So we have Brooks versus that Gen 3 GOAT, the monotype GOAT. The person that should definitely have won more games than they have, but from a few forgetting or bringing boots, as well as getting unlucky, they're currently 1 and 2 at the moment. Against Brooks, who is undefeated, and I'm not gonna lie, I think they might continue the streak between Chen Pao, Chandelure, and on top of it all, the Sneasler. I don't see how this Ice-type team actually gets through. I generally don't know how this Ice-type team does get obliterated in general. With the Rampados on standby as well, I think this Ice-type team is going to have a real tough time. So in saying that, I think Brooks definitely has the win. I think they'll continue their undefeated streak with this. I'm so sorry. I mean, if you can surprise me, please do. But like, I mean, look at this. Look at this matchup, and don't tell me you only need 3 Pokemon with Rampados in the back just to be fine. Up next is Martin versus Frost, another person that's undefeated versus Frost, who's still yet to get a win. Will they get a win this week? I think it's going to be very, very difficult. I think that Darkrai has probably one of the best matchups they've had all season. Between, it beats 1, 2, 3, 4. It hits like 6, 7, 8 mons super effectively, which is its moveset in general, which is nearly the entire team, which is absolutely scary for Frost. Meaning Darkrai, all it needs to do is just to chip everything down and then let something else come in and sweep off from the rest. So Frost is really going to have to prep hard for that Darkrai and really think and consider what they can do to avoid it. All the best to both of you. I hope it's going to be a good battle. And Frost, I apologize in general for Martin's scheduling because he's Australian. It's just going to be difficult. Up next is a Fungus versus Agar, the battle of the GOATs. Honestly, it's going to be a very interesting battle. I think they both have a nice matchup into each other. As always, Fungus has proved that Alomola is such an annoying Pokemon. It doesn't want to die. It never will die. So if you can pretty much trap down that Alomola to the point where like it will die, I think you're a better off chance of winning, but it's just so hard to do that. In general, though, I think Agar doesn't have the worst matchup into this. I think Okidoki looks pretty decently, all things considered. I think that Fungus definitely gonna have to be careful of that poison in general, especially if they don't bring Ariados. On the other hand, Fungus does have Lando, Dragapult, Primarina, and Cinderace, absolute goats. But I generally think this is gonna be I think it's gonna be a tough battle for both people. Up next is Prince versus Bandito, and I just been told a trusty news source has told me Bandito has been talking shit about Muffin News. So in retaliation to the talking shit, I'm barely gonna talk about that team because, you know, you talk shit about Muffin News, why would I want to talk about your team? It's just that simple. Anyway, Prince, I think is going to have a tough matchup here, but I think Prince still has I think he has the best team in terms of fun, and I have to emphasize this, in terms of fun. Some people can't listen or read. When they saw that I put Prince very high, they were like, how? And I'm just like, it was for fun. Do you not understand? Some people don't, so that's okay. In general, though, Prince, I hope I can see that Pinecrest sweep. Just click explosion 6 times. Don't worry about the fact that you're supposed to die. Just use the new item called Ultimate Focus Sash, where you can never die and just always explosion. And you always go first as well. So just explode 6 times and you'll pretty much win. And in fairness, I will quickly talk about Bendy's team. He has a team. Thumbs up. There we go. Hopefully this will teach Bandito to don't talk shit about Muffin News, especially when unprovoked, because, you know, this is all for fun. Don't have to shit on other people's fun. Up next is Aaron versus Muffin. Honestly, Muffin finally has made some changes, and he has himself some physical attackers. But funnily enough, his physical attackers aren't really that needed in this matchup. It's more so his special attackers that do so well. His special attackers absolutely can obliterate some of the more physical defensive walls, which is also really nice to see. Always gotta be very careful that Mega Terror. But other than that, I think Aaron will just lock out Muffin, how like he's done for the past few battles, and just got really lucky. So I think that's gonna happen there. Finally, we have Vortex versus Ditto. A very interesting battle here. I think Ditto has a good team. They're just not utilizing it effectively, whereas Vortex is really getting to their groove with their team. I think one thing Ditto really got to watch out for is that Valiant. I think that Valiant, I look at that team and I'm just like, Valiant kills a lot of those Pokemon on that team, so they have to be very, very careful. Even a mixed attack of Valiant will just absolutely pop off if Ditto's not careful. Overall, I think it'll be a fun battle. I think it'll be a good match, and I think that'll be it for this week's Pick'ems. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'm going to go past the Muffin for the outro. Have a good one, everyone, and remember to always enjoy listening to these Pick'ems. Wow, thanks, Muffin, for those amazing Pick'ems. Well, this brings it to the end of the program. I just like to say thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And finally, if you complain about what I do here, guess what? At least I'm doing something better than you that can't even touch grass. Have a good one. I'll see you all next time. Bye.